Okay, Farah, now you can share the screen.
Okay, so I'm sharing the PPT first. First, I will share. I will show them the data.
Here the objective is to find out the principal component analysis of the Rabindric values and how the components differ between the two countries, India and Bangladesh. So this is the raw data.
So, so this is the sum data.
Yeah, this is the
That
data based upon the summing of different items. Okay. I have told you 14 variables are there and each variable is measured with 5 items. So total there will be the 70 items, and after item analysis and based upon the Cronbach's alpha, we have reached at the certain number of items for each domain, and then here you will get the sum of the item or the total score. So now we are
Can you
getting
just
the
explain it again, sir? I did not understand from the data what we have done.
Hey, Farah,
yes, sir. Okay.
Amit is telling that is from where? Because the
Okay.
original, you show the original data.
Yes.
Amit, we have shown you the original data
Yes, sir.
earlier
I downloaded it.
for each item.
Yes, sir.
For each item, we have shown the original data. After that, we are creating the particular domain, the total score. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the original data.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
This you have to upload in our studio.
Okay.
This we are not sharing with you because this will confuse you. The data that we have shared now is after pre-processing. We
Yes.
have told you how to do it pre-process that pre-processing, right? We have to upload this file in the R studio. Then we have to do the sum part that you have asked to sir कि क्या करते हैं वो apply one sum. So वो सब हमने कर चुका है. Now we are not dealing with the raw data. Okay, so forget about this file now. Now you concentrate on this file that we have shared with you.
Okay.
This is your file. ये सारा डेटा आफ्टर प्री प्रोसेस है और आपको इसी डेटा के साथ डील करना है और आपको इसी से रिजल्ट निकालना है. सो ये आपका डेटा है. तो ये आपको सेलेक्ट करना है और नाउ यू हैव टू अपलोड इट इन आर स्टूडियो एंड यू नो हाउ टू अपलोड द फाइल, राइट?
Right.
So you have to write this command and you have to create one vector for it. So this is your
Can
command.
we do simultaneously?
You can do it now also. It's okay.
Will it be okay that we'll cope with the speed?
Sure. You can.
साथ साथ में रखते हैं.
आप सेलेक्ट कर लो अपना फाइल और वेक्टर क्रिएट. मेरा माय वेक्टर इज PC 148.
Okay.
Then the next command is head PC 148. Head means this will come when you write head PC 148. And this is already there in the Excel sheet. Sir, now you can continue. Sir.
Yeah, next our function is to find out whether there is any data missing or not. For another thing, what is the quartile of the data? Therefore, we are using the summary command. Summary PC 148 is the initial vector that includes all the 14 data. And since you will find that the items for the different variables, they are different. Therefore, the scores are different. So for that reason, we are standardizing the data by using the function scale. So by using the scale command, we have standardized the data. And after that, after standardization, we have done the PCA. Here we have written 3 factors because after repeated trial, we have identified that these 3 factors could explain variances of all the domains. That means these 14 domains that they can be explained with the 3 factors. Here I have written rotate, Varimax. Varimax rotation is there so that we can extract the factors which are independent in nature. So this is the principal component analysis result. Here you can find out the 3 components and the 14 variables at the left side. And here you will find the loadings. Okay. The maximum loading, self-understanding. And the second one is the resolute. Third one is the active. Fourth one is the challenging. Fifth one is the systematic. Six maybe self-awakening, like that. So you have to interpret the factor loadings in such a manner so that almost all the concerned variables, they will be under that particular name. So the first factor includes the resilience. The name is the resilience. And the first component items with the loadings are systematic, challenging, self-understanding, free from failure, not freedom from failure, free from failure, resolute, and active. So that indicates the personal strength or the resilience. So that is the first component. Now we are going to the second component. So the second component, the strong loadings on emotional control, non-self-offending, cleanliness, and systematic. So that indicates this factor captures self-regulation and orderliness. Why self-regulation? Because the emotional control and non-self-offending, these things are there. Another orderliness, why? Because it is written cleanliness and systematic. Therefore, we are writing the orderliness. The last component, that is the third component, that is the term is the doubtless. Doubtless means you are very much certain that this will happen. So this is the third component, and the name is the certainty or the confidence. So you will get the principal component analysis results. Hara, please show the principal component analysis results. Yeah, now it shows big. Yeah, here you can find out the H square. H square indicates the communality. So if you find out the communality, then you will get the communality is high in case of the doubtless, self-understanding, freedom from failure, resolute. So here you will find out the communality is high. And if you think about the unique variance, then again you will get the unique variance in case of the work family conflict, fearlessness. Another one is the Nishkam principle. So these are the variables that is under the uniqueness. And go below. So here you can find out the loadings. The eigenvalue is higher in case of the first factor, that is the 4.12, second factor 3.43, third one 1.82, and proportion of variance 29, 25, and 30. Cumulative variance you will find that is 29, 54, 67. So total 67% of variances are accounted by these three factors of the Ravindric values. Okay, and this is the proportion explained. After that, cumulative proportion. And next, we find the root mean square of the residual. This is 0.06. 0.06 indicates that the errors are very less. Okay. Now you go to the interpretation, Farah. The interpretation, the principal component analysis conducted on the PC 148 scale dataset using three factors and varimax rotation reveals insightful patterns in the data. The analysis extracted three main components that together explain 67% of the total variance, indicating a strong overall fit. Overall, the high communalities indicate that the three components explain a significant portion of the variance in most of the items, meaning that the identified factors are well represented in the data. The fit of the model is strong with an RMSR value of 0.06 and an excellent fit based upon the off-diagonal values at 0.98. This suggests that the components identified are both distinct and meaningful, offering a clear and interpretable structure for understanding the traits measured by the scale. This analysis provides a robust foundation for further exploration and application of this psychological dimension in various contexts. So this is the final interpretation. Why we have done this principal component analysis? Because principal component analysis is the multivariate statistics, and this course includes the multivariate statistics. So if you are interested for the showing of principal component analysis in your report writing, you can use this model. And if you think that is you are not interested with the principal component, so you want to show only the individual variables effect, the original variables effect, then you can use the MANOVA. Okay, but again, you have to do some of the statistical models, which will be the multivariate in nature. And here is one attempt by us. Next, Farah. So after that, when we get the principal component, then we are developing the factor score. How we calculated the factor score? Factor score indicates the weightage multiplied by the original score. For example, here you can find out the first factor, resilience factor score. Self-understanding is the original variable multiplied by its weightage, 0.80. After that, we get the systematic, that is the original score, multiplied by 0.58. Like that, you have to calculate the resilience factor score. Similarly, you can calculate the self-regulation factor score. Similarly, you can use the certainty factor score. After that, you can create one data frame. That is the factor score 3. This is the data dot frame where you will write down all the 3 vectors. Next, Para. Yeah, so this is the data visualization of resilience. And in this model, you will find that the resilience pattern of your respondents, that is at the lower end, many outliers are there. That means there are some people who reported that their resilience power is very low. Okay. And here you can find out the first quartile and the second quartile. The difference between first quartile and second quartile, that is higher in comparison with the second and third quartile. So that indicates the resilience power of the respondents are low in this study. Next. Yeah, again, we find that is the self-regulation, that power also low. Because many people are at the lower point. Now, everything is with the respect of this particular data. It is not based upon any norm, but it is based upon only the distribution of current data. Next. Next one is the certainty. Again, you will find that is the many people, they are also low in case of the certainty. Therefore, you can identify the people who need some training, for the resilience, for the self-regulation, and for development of the confidence. Now, this is the relation with the demographic data. Here you can find out the correlation with age. This is not at all significant. Okay, because the correlation is very low. It is 0.19, maximum is 0.19 with self-regulation factor score. And for resilience, 0.12. That means here you can think that is whatever the data you collected, age is not the important indicator for the change in the three value patterns. Next. Next is the mean differences. Again, you will find that is only the certainty. This particular value that is different in case of the male and female difference. So, Farah, can you tell me who is in the group 1 and who is in the group 2?
So 1 is male, 2 is female.
Okay, so here you can find out that is the male, they perceive high level of certainty in comparison with the female based upon your data. Next. It is the mean differences between countries. And again, you will find there is no differences between the two countries with respect to the three variables or three factors of Ravindric values. So Bangladesh and India, there is no such difference with respect to the three principal components. This is the t-test. Anything more?
No, sir, not today, sir. In the next class, we will discuss about the education and working experience.
Okay, so that depends upon the student's need. So now you tell me that is what is your research problem and whether you have understood the importance of multivariate statistics. How does it help? How multivariate statistics help us? How PCA help us?
PCA helps us in the dimensionality reduction.
PCA helps us in reducing the
Dimensions.
dimension.
So that we
Because
can
initially 14 variables are there And by using the PCA, we have extracted only the 3 components. So after the 14 dimensions, we can reduce it to the 3 components. That can explain the variances of all the values. So that is the advantage of multivariate statistics. It can help you for summarizing the large number of data. That is the plus point.
Sir, like building a predictive model.
No, here we are not following any regressive model. Okay. If you want to do the regression, that you can do for your analysis. We are not doing any predictive model here. It is not the predictive model. It is the dimension reduction.
And sir, if we just want to do the factorial analysis, common factor analysis, there we will get.
This is the factor analysis. Here you can find out. It is not the CFA. It is not the confirmatory factor analysis, but it is the exploratory type of factor analysis.
So, sir, within the exploratory, only PCA and CFA both are coming, na, sir?
No. CFA means confirmatory. CFA means confirmatory factor analysis.
And common factor analysis means?
Common, it is the principal component analysis. We are doing the principal component analysis where the analysis, particularly the current data based upon the correlation structure.
Yes, sir.
So but based upon the correlation structure, it is not the differences between two scores. It is the correlation structure, whether the correlation is there or not.
We are actually doing the data reduction, na, sir?
Yeah, data reduction by using the PCA.
But if we just want to do on the same data, any latent dimension search.
This is the latent dimension. These 3 are the latent dimension. These 3 are the latent dimension. Why? Because they explain the variances of most of the variables. Okay.
Sir, actually, I am confused in that only. Then what is the difference between exploratory? Means exploratory can have PCA or confirmatory. These are 2 types, sir.
Exploratory means when you do not have any coded data. So all the data are not coded. Okay, but in case of the confirmatory, you know that is, this is the item and this item is related to this particular domain. So you know it. But in case of the PCA, you have no idea. You do not know how the variables are correlated with each other. But in confirmatory, you know how the variables are correlated with each other.
Okay, means the latent structure is known to you.
Yeah, latent structure is known to you. Now, by using the CFA, you are validating. That is whether your exploratory factor analysis, whatever the factors you have extracted, that is confirmed or not.
Okay.
So whether there is any error or not. Sometimes some researchers only finish the analysis based upon the PCA. They are not doing the CFA. But sometimes some people, they are using the CFA for showing the structure of the relationship between the latent and the other variables, the items.
So on the same set of data, sir, can we do PCA and after that CFA?
Yeah, you can use the CFA.
It's after doing
But
PCA.
in CFA, you have to declare. CFA, you have to declare that this item is related to this particular factor. You have to declare. But in case of the PCA, you are not declaring. Okay.
Yes, sir. Actually, I was means considering the PCA as a different from the factor analysis. Because in PCA, the components which we are revealing, they are uncorrelated. Whereas in factorial analysis, there is some correlation. Means
No,
under
please,
assumptions.
please, the data is with you. You can find out the correlation structure, or if it is not correlated, then the convex alpha will not be 0.91. তাই তো ফারা?
Yes, sir.
0.91 na, for the first factor.
Sir, the alpha na. So let me show you the alpha. So we have shared the alpha value with them. So it was 0.8.
0.8.
Yes, sir.
No. First factor. I am not talking about the first variable.
Okay, sir.
First factor.
The
That is
cell,
first
the
component. That is
resilience,
this.
resilience, sir.
Yeah, only the resilience.
Okay, sir.
I think that is 0.91. They are highly correlated with each other. Okay, Rafir. How are you, Rafir? Hello, Mohammad Rafiur Rahman. Hamida madam, is it clear? Or there is some confusion?
But this is clear. I was wondering the three factors, how you name those factors depending on the questions, sir? Based on the questions?
Yeah, based upon the question. The 70 items you have now.
Right.
You collected the data from the 70 items. So
Yes.
14 variables are there into 5 per domain is measured by the 5 items.
Right.
So that will be the 70 items total.
Right.
Now we have computed the 14 variables finally based upon the total score.
No.
And the 5 items not everywhere is intercorrelated. So based upon their correlation structure and convex alpha, finally we have achieved. Just now Farah has shown you this self awakening is 0.8. So
Right.
that is the alpha value.
Yes, sir. This you're talking about, no, sir? 0.9.
Yeah,
Yes.
0.9.
Yes.
Okay, Amit, now you follow. It is 0.9. That means the items are they are highly correlated. Now you show
So
go the
separate.
below. Yeah. So this is the raw alpha. Just raw correlation 0.85, 0.77, 0.80.
So 0.86 self-regulation.
Yeah, this is for the 0.86.
And sir, वो uncertainty का तो not possible ना sir, only one.
Certainty not possible.
Yes. So it's the highest is self this resilience.
Resilience.
Yeah, resilience.
So Amit has faulty idea about the factor analysis.
Oh, okay, sir.
Amit, please you study the PCA thoroughly because
Yes, sir.
PCA is most important in case of the multivariates.
No, actually, sir, when
We are showing the data. We are showing the data. So we are not telling anything from hypothetically. We are presenting the data and you have collected this data. It is not our collection. It is your collection. You have collected the data and we pre-process the data. And finally, we have shown the nature of the data so that you will be very careful about what is the pattern. So it is not any theoretical explanation. Whatever I am showing, that is based upon your data collection.
yes, sir. So, sir, bottom line, like in exploratory factor analysis, we have one is PCA and another is CFA. We
Again,
have
you are
done.
making the same mistake. Two things are different.
Yes, sir. Both are different.
Both are different because in case of the CFA, pre-assumption is there. But in case of the EFA, there is no pre-assumption. This is exploratory type of, and that is the confirmatory. The two things are different.
Okay, sir. So means exploratory is only PC.
Yeah, PCA is the exploratory type. When you are dealing with the Pearson product moment correlation as your input data. Okay. Kavita, any question?
No, sir.
This is clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Hamida madam, now any question?
No, sir, not now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So now you please write the report, because now the data is with you and you know how to do the analysis. You start report writing.
So, sir, we have to do the analysis on our data. Like today, you showed in the slides.
Yeah, you can do this analysis.
So, on the basis of that, we have to write the report.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, all these steps, Farah, you are going to give so that we can analyze.
No, whatever the things Farah has done, please you do it with your own data.
Yes, sir.
Do not follow whatever the script Farah has written. Then it will be the copy paste. So please you do not do so. Use your own data and you do the analysis.
Yes, sir. We will use our own data, but the
Yeah.
steps like today in the class you have showed, like
Yeah,
that
we
only.
have shown. Yeah. Everything is available now in
Yes,
the
sir.
YouTube video.
Yes.
So there will be no problem. If Farah will give you, then other students can ask the same question. That is, we have not received the script.
Right. Sir, if we go for PCA, so the same components will be.
You can use the MANOVA, madam.
Okay.
This is, I think, better, because in the limitation of the PCA is that the original variables, that is lost.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
instead of PCA, you can use the MANOVA.
Okay, sir.
That means the original variable will be there. Yeah. But in case of the original variable is not there, the original variable was resolute, that is not there in PCA. Self-understanding, that is not there.
Okay.
But you can use the, if you use the MANOVA, I think that is better.
Okay, sir.
And MANOVA script we have already given to you.
And the data set, we can
Data set is same.
same data set.
This 14 variables data set we have already given to you. MANOVA is better.
Farah ma'am, 14 variable data set in the classroom. You shared.
Yes, ma'am, I have posted it on Google Classroom. Let me show you where I have posted it, so that not get confused. So I have pasted it here. This way. So you take from main data. Main data questionnaire is in the third sheet. Item total correlation in the second.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you everybody. So